Jerry Hickfang works at a plumbing fixtures factory. His boss wants him to plan a party, off the clock, to which he agrees. He regularly goes to see a psychiatrist due to being schizophrenic. He lies to her about hearing voices. His mother used to hear voices too, which she called Angel. They all do conga together at the office party. At home, his cat Mr. Whiskers asks him if he slept with her, which he doesn't answer. His dog Bosco asks him to take him to a walk. One of Jerry's co-worker asks him to come drink with them. Jerry gives a ride home to his crush, Fiona. On the way back, he asks her out, to which she says yes. At home, he tells about his date to Mr. Whiskers. Jerry tries to visit Fiona at work, but she hides from him. Fiona decides to ditch Jerry, and instead goes to karaoke with the girls. After party, Fiona tries to start his car, but it doesn't work. She asks for lift from the oncoming cars, but none stop. She sees Jerry driving by, and asks for help. They drive to a burger joint to eat. Jerry hallucinates her to be an angel. They crash into a deer. The deer asks Jerry to kill it. Jerry takes a knife and cuts deer's throat. Fiona runs away in fear. Jerry chases after her. They both stumble and Jerry falls upon her, accidentally stabbing her with the knife. Seeing her suffer like the deer, he kills her too. At home, Bosco advises him to go to the cops and explain everything. Mr. Whiskers disagrees, arguing that they won't understand. Bosco says that he didn't mean to do it, but Mr. Whiskers thinks otherwise. Mr. Whiskers says that he is killed too, it's instinct, nothing to be ashamed of. Mr. Whiskers asks him to get rid of the body. Jerry visits the crime scene, and hallucinates Fiona to be all cleaned up from the blood. He wraps the body and carries it away, leaving behind her organs. In his next visit, he tells his psychiatrist that he no longer takes his medications. She tells him, if doesn't cooperate, she'll have to report him. He dismembers Fiona's body and packs the pieces in small Tupperware containers. He keeps her head in the refrigerator. He starts crying, claiming he loved her. He picks up his pills, but Whiskers advises him not to take them. Jerry hears Fiona's head talking to him. She advises him to take the pills. He follows the advice. Jerry gets flashback of the time when he was a kid. His stepdad is angry at him for talking to a sock monkey. His stepdad is start hitting him, saying he and his mom are psychos. He tries to talk to his pets, but they don't respond. Feeling alone, he drains down all his pills. Next morning, he is happy to see Fiona's head talking to him. She asks him to get her a friend, because she gets lonely in the fridge. She suggests Lisa from accounting. At work, Jerry's boss asks him about Fiona, because her car is still parked here. Jerry says that maybe she went back to England. Back at home, Whiskers asks Jerry if he is going to kill anyone else. Jerry denies. Whiskers convinces him to kill someone else, to feel truly alive. Jerry meets Lisa at work. Lisa asks Jerry for a drink, to which he says yes. They go to the bar, and have a good time chatting to each other. She invites him to her home. He takes a different turn instead. He takes her to his childhood home. He tells her about his childhood. He didn't have many friends, and the kids called him the ultimate crying machine. In a flashback, young Jerry is sitting with his mother. She tells him that they are coming for her, to which he says he'll stop them. She told them about the voices, and how she can talk to animals and angels. Jerry tells her that he hears them too. She makes him promise her to not tell anyone about it. The ambulance arrives to take his mom away. But she breaks a glass, and uses the shard to kill herself. Unable to do so, she forces Jerry to kill her instead. In the present, Jerry starts crying. Lisa kisses him. She asks him to take her home. He leaves the knife behind. They spend the night together at home. Next morning, Jerry tells Lisa that he doesn't feel alone. Lisa says the same. Getting late for work, Jerry leaves to go to his house. At work, Jerry's boss tells him he is needed in accounting. Lisa takes him to an empty room, and starts making out with her. Lisa asks her colleague, Allison, for Jerry's address. She wants to surprise him with a cake. At home, Jerry is watching news about a murdered woman, whose partial remains have been found in the woods. Mr. Whiskers tells Jerry that he is officially a serial killer now. He hears Fiona calling from fridge. She wants to talk to him. He tells Fiona that he wants to be a good man, an upstanding member of the society. But Mr. Whiskers makes him do bad things. Fiona tells him that the cat wasn't there when he killed her. He tells her that he tried to be good, but some horrible things happened, and now he feels like it wasn't him, it was the cat. Mr. Whiskers responds that there is no such thing as a talking cat, and everything that the cat says, it's really him, Jerry. Bosco confirms that it's all Jerry. Even Fiona agrees. There's a knock on the door, and it's Lisa. She brought cake for him. He tries to blow her off by pretending he locked himself out. She watches him as he tries to get inside by using the skylight. While he's at the roof, Lisa uses her hairpin to unlock the door. Bosco tries to push her out, but fails. Once inside, she sees blood, packed boxes and a jacket on the table. She gets scared. Jerry jumps in through the roof. He keeps talking to the cat, scaring her even more. He starts yelling at the cat. Lisa runs away and locks herself in the bathroom. He breaks the door. Lisa hits him with a pipe. She runs into another room. Jerry enters and apologizes to her. She says she won't tell anyone. She apologizes to him for getting scared. She tries to run, but Jerry catches her, throws on the bed, and accidentally breaks her neck. Seeing her suffer, he kills her, and puts her head in the fridge, next to Fiona's head. Jerry, distraught over having to kill Lisa, starts taunting Bosco. Next morning, Allison is trying to reach her. Another coworker can't reach her either. They can't reach Jerry too. One of the coworkers tells them about Jerry's past. Upon learning, Allison goes to Jerry's home. Jerry kills her too, and puts her head in the fridge. Bosco declares Jerry to be an evil person. Whiskers welcomes him to his world. He asks Fiona for advice. Fiona tells him that the cat would know better. Lisa and Allison agrees. Whiskers tells Jerry to kill people for the pleasure it brings. The voices all start talking to him at the same time. He screams in anger. He visits his psychiatrist. He tells her that he killed 3 people. He starts telling her everything. He notices her using her phone. He destroys her phone and takes her captive. He argues that if God is all-knowing, he must be okay with him killing people. She urges him to argue against the voices he hears. She tells him that he is not alone in the world. He takes her to his home. Meanwhile, 2 co-workers reach Jerry's house. One of them goes in, while the other stays in the car. He runs back out and tells the other to call the police. Jerry reaches home at night. He calls for his pets. He goes outside to look for his pets. He comes back in, and finds Whisker leaning on his psychiatrist. She tells him that she doesn't want to be alone. He puts Fiona's head next to her, to keep her company. Cops arrive at his house. He tries to escape from the back door. The cops enter his house. They rescue the psychiatrist. The house explodes due to a gas leak. Whiskers asks Jerry to run to escape from the fire, but Bosco urges him to stay. Jerry stays and dies from smoke inhalation. In a white void, Jerry is reunited with his parents, Fiona, Lisa, and Allison. Jesus appears in front of them. The movie ends with them dancing to a musical number. Like and subscribe for more videos like this.